Have you ever felt like you're living in someone else's shadow? Like no matter how hard you try, you can never quite measure up? That was Lara Olaware's entire life. She was the second child, and her older sister Tara was the star of the show. Growing up, Tara was perfect. She had the best grades, was voted class president, and won every award imaginable. She was beautiful, charming, and effortlessly successful. Their parents, teachers, everyone adored her. Lara, on the other hand, always felt invisible. She worked hard, she tried to be good, but she was always just Tara's little sister. Lara overheard her parents talking once. "She's the golden child," they said about Tara. Those words stung, and the feeling festered for years. It wasn't that Lara hated her sister. She loved her. But the resentment grew, a quiet, bitter weed in the garden of her heart. Everything came so easily to Tara, while Lara had to fight for every scrap of recognition. Then came Raymond, a successful, handsome lawyer. He was perfect, and of course, he fell for Tara. It was the fairy tale everyone dreams of, and it was happening to Tara, not Lara. The engagement became the family's obsession. Grand wedding plans, an extravagant venue. Tara's every wish was their command. As the wedding day approached, Lara's jealousy turned toxic. The more she saw Tara soaking up the attention, the more she felt erased. Her life felt like a constant state of being second best. One evening, after a family dinner filled with praise for Tara's wedding, Lara felt like she was going to explode. She heard her mother say, "She's just so perfect, so ready for the world. Everything we could have hoped for in a daughter." It was the final straw. That night, she called her best friend Vanessa and let it all out. "I'm just so tired of being in her shadow. She gets everything, and it's like nobody even sees me." Vanessa, trying to be supportive, gave her a terrible idea. "Maybe it's time to remind people who you are. Maybe you need to do something drastic." The idea took root and grew into an obsession. Lara decided if she couldn't have the spotlight, she would steal it from her sister. She began a quiet campaign of sabotage. She started small, dropping hints to Raymond about Tara's secret fear of commitment. She planted seeds of doubt, telling family members that Tara seemed distant, like she was just playing a role. The rumors spread like wildfire. Soon Lara noticed a change in Raymond. He became distant, less excited about the wedding. The perfect couple began to fray at the edges, and with every crack that appeared, Lara felt a sick, twisted sense of satisfaction. For the first time, she felt like she had some control. She enjoyed seeing Tara's perfect smile falter. But what Lara couldn't see was that Tara was already drowning. The pressure of being the golden child was immense. For years, she had been playing a part. The perfect daughter, the perfect sister, the perfect fiancée. Deep down, she felt like a fraud. She loved Raymond, but the whole production, the grand wedding, the perfect life, it didn't feel real. The pressure to live up to everyone's expectations was suffocating her. A few weeks before the wedding, Tara finally broke down to her mother. "I'm scared, Mom. I'm terrified of failing. I'm not as perfect as everyone thinks I am." She confessed, "I feel like I've been pretending my whole life, and now I'm about to walk into this marriage like it's a performance." Her mother was shocked. "But Tara, what are you talking about? This is what you've always wanted." "I wanted it because that's what you wanted," Tara said, her voice barely a whisper. "But what about me? What if I'm making a huge mistake?" In that moment, faced with the potential of disappointing everyone, Tara made a heartbreaking choice. She would sacrifice her own happiness. She would go through with the wedding, burying her doubts and fears, because she couldn't bear to let her family down. Unknowingly, Lara's campaign of sabotage was actually pushing Tara further into this trap. The rumors and Raymond's distance only confirmed Tara's deepest fears, that she was a fraud, and this perfect life was all a lie. On the wedding day, Tara stood in her bridal suite, the beautiful dress feeling like a heavy costume. The life she was about to step into felt foreign. But then she pictured her mother's proud face, thought of all the expectations, and knew she couldn't back out. As she walked down the aisle, her eyes met Lara's. Lara stood there, a triumphant smile hiding the bitterness in her heart. She thought she had won. It was only after the wedding that the truth finally shattered their world. Unable to carry the burden alone, Tara confessed to her mother, "Mom, I didn't want this." I don't know if I even love Raymond the way I should. I've been pretending for so long, trying to be what everyone wanted me to be." Lara, who overheard this, felt the world drop from beneath her. The confession hit her like a physical blow. All this time, she had been consumed by jealousy, so focused on tearing her sister down that she never saw the deep cracks in Tara's perfect life. Tara had been suffering in her own gilded cage, and Lara's actions had only made it worse. The crushing weight of her jealousy, her sabotage, her bitterness came crashing down on Lara. Her sister wasn't some untouchable golden child. She was just a person, struggling with her own fears, her own sacrifices. The wedding wasn't the end for Tara. It was the beginning of a long, difficult journey to find her true self, to break free from the role she'd been forced to play. And for Lara, it was the beginning of a profound, painful understanding. She learned that the people we envy are often just as broken as we are. True happiness isn't found by dimming someone else's light, but by giving them the space to be human, to be imperfect, and by learning to shine on your own. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give it a like and subscribe for more content. We'll see you in the next one.